On the subject of arranging, which is one of the things I'm most passionate about, I'm a firm believer that you must identify the DNA of the material that you're arranging. So there's something that makes it work. There's something in there that can't be touched, that can be a germ for everything else to come on that. So if we're talking about, so I'm really passionate about arranging material outside of jazz. So anything from classical music to movie scores, to rock and roll tunes, whatever, there's this DNA in it that makes it work, some sort of like recognizable core thing, and that cannot be touched. So what I dislike about jazz arranging a lot is often you'll get, here's a Stevie Wonder song. I'm going to put it in an odd meter and slap a bunch of dumb chords on it. Isn't this awesome? And it's terrible. It's like nobody wants to listen to it. You ruined the Stevie Wonder song, and now it's worse. So so that's what I mean. It's like, I'm not saying you can't put it in an odd meter. I'm not saying you can't put jet chords on it, but may not be in service of that tune. It can be. But that's what I'm saying. You must find what is the essence of this that cannot be changed. And sometimes in discovering that, you can discover, you can kind of unlock something that you can use all over the arrangement as well. So there isn't a one-way thing, except that I just really believe that there's something in its core. In my trio, we did an arrangement of Bruce Springsteen's "I'm on Fire." There are certain things about that song that just, I think, kind of have to be there. The guitar riff, for example, at the beginning of it, that's sort of arpeggiating, that kind of has to be there. So you realize, okay, well, that's a part that's going to have to be in place. Now, you immediately, with a pop tune, you have to decide something like, where are you going to open up sections for improvisation, right? Are you going to just arbitrarily make it like verse, chorus, or is there another section of the tune or something that happens? It could be a bridge. In this case, it was. So we essentially play the tune, the melody of the song, kind of just as it is. Except we did change the beat around completely to it. So we found something that I thought was unique and very complementary to the song. And then you have to sort of decide, like, who's going to play the melody, what instruments does it work on. In this case, it worked great for the guitar, and then with this other beat, Michael and I were sort of able to create like a real strong rhythmic foundation for the song, so that it had this great, propulsion to it and stuff. But then for the improvising, there's a section in that tune that's just, I think it's like a little synthesizer part where there's a slightly different chord progression, and it just seems like this would be a great section to expand for the improvisation, and we'll make it the bass solo there instead of it, and then we can have a guitar solo too. We decided to put it at the end and make it like a coda statement. So there's things like this about finding what works for that song, But there's like I kind of use that melody that's played on the synthesizer as sort of the launching pad for the solo too, and it shows back up all throughout so that's an example, a long-winded example of something that I'm talking about.